Starting over. A lot of us right now have to deal with the energy of starting over. As we go about our journey, one of the hardest things to do can be starting over new, right? You might have invested so many years, so much energy into something, and now you have to start over. So that's where we are right now. We're out here on the front line addressing the energy, the obstacles that come when we need to start over. Because as I shared, Light Warriors, this reality is about to change, and it will never be the same again. Hello everyone, I am Michael, and I help guide people on the evolutionary journey. Starting over. It could be very rough, like these waves right now. It could be very rough to have to start over, to invest so much time and energy into something, and then you might have to start over. And that's what the world is dealing with right now. We have to deal with the possibility of having to start over. And it can be a lot to do all at once. And that's why, as I've shared many times, that things happen in shifts. Nature, naturally, things happen in shifts. It doesn't happen all at once, right? We're going through the shift, the events, apocalypse. It all happens in shifts. So when it comes to our everyday life, we want to approach things in shifts, because if we do it all at once, it could be quite rough. Aren't these waves rough today, Light Warriors? It's rough. It's rough. So, you know, think about like if a smoker quits smoking, cold turkey. You heard about this, right? Cold turkey. It's very rough to just stop and quit cold turkey. So when we have to start over, we want to approach it in a shift. So we're seeing the collapse coming. We're seeing the fall come. And it's in our best interest, instead of just waiting and continuing to force the issue all the way up to the fall, start to make the changes now. The reality is not going to be the same anymore. So it's time to start shifting now. Don't wait until the fall. Start to shift now. And you want to be able to be at the place that you are going to start over, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So we're just being prepared. You might not have to start over, Light Warriors, right? But nobody knows, right? Nobody knows the day or time. Nobody knows these things. That's why I come out here to present from a place of authenticity. We don't know, but it doesn't hurt to be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared physically, mentally, and spiritually to start over. Now, I've been prepared for 3 years, and I've caused a shift. And that's how you become physically, mentally, and spiritually prepared, so that you could slowly make a shift and not have to do it all at once. We cannot control what is around us. We can't control everything that's happening in the world, but we can control what we're going to do on the course of our journey in our everyday lives, right? We can't control these waves. Like earlier, I was out there, I got wrecked by one of those waves, right? Trying to take it in. Took me for a loop, right? Because we can't control, right? Say Mother Nature, right? We all can't control. We're one person having a human experience. We can't control, there are other energies, bigger things going on in the world right now. We can't control it. So, you know, we're kind of being forced to evolve. We're being forced to start over. So instead of fighting the wave, go with the wave, and you'll have a much easier time, because we're all going to have to start over. And it's in our best interest to slowly make the shift. Slowly make the shift, and that's how it's going to be easier to start over. And you only have to do it in a preparedness way. A little while back, I did a world famous video. It wasn't so world famous, right? It wasn't quote unquote viral, but it was authentic. I sat out in nature and I told you all, be prepared physically, mentally, and spiritually to do it yourself. Now, it might not be the popular thing to say, right? Mike didn't come out into nature and try to give everyone a date that, you know, this is the date that it's going to happen and everything, right? I said, be prepared physically, mentally, and spiritually to do it yourself. And I'll share that video. And now it's time to be prepared physically, mentally, and spiritually to start over. You might not have to do it, but you're just prepared. I present from a place of authenticity. We're not out here to be popular. We're out here to be authentic. You know, people maybe didn't want to hear what I had to say. You know, I got a lot of good comments, a lot of good feedback, but it wasn't so, you know, a viral video. Some people put things out and they want to predict dates and stuff. We can see that there's an end time period now, right? We see it. It's in the fall. We see it's in the fall. We now see it coming. You know, I've been sharing for 3 years, but now the collective now sees it coming, right? You see the wave coming, right? You want to be able to see the wave coming so you don't get obliterated by the wave, right? You know, some of you aren't by the ocean. You learn how to manage these, right? So if you see it coming, you could kind of like go into the wave, right? If you kind of back off it and it hits you at the wrong moment, you're not prepared for it, you get knocked over. You could get hurt. So it's important that we're seeing it coming. We're seeing it coming this fall. And maybe nothing bad happens, and maybe everything just goes away. But I'm not in control of that. You're not in control of it. You're only in control of yourself. So you need to be prepared to start over. We're all in this together. Even myself, I can reflect on all the years that I worked on something, right? Building a career. And now we're here to serve our brothers and sisters. We're here to be one with source frequency, to be in the light of Christ, to be with God. And that's what I'm here. And I'm ready to walk away from everything to do the right thing for the people. And that's why I came out here 3 years ago doing this, so that we were prepared for now. It's time to be prepared to start over. Be prepared for the waves. There it is. There it is. They're rough today, Light Warriors, but they're coming in, right? You need to be prepared to be one with nature. Just be prepared. Start making moves now to change your reality. Change your reality. Start to shift. I'm very grateful. I shared with all of you so many times that I'm so grateful for the leap of faith that I took, right? And it had to go with the ego, right? Because like there's like the world and like people have things to say, and I started sharing things that weren't popular, and now they're becoming very important And I'm out here to serve the people and to improve our physical and mental health and our overall everyday life experience. And that's how I'm able to leave the matrix. I am an infinite being, but I'm having a human experience. And that's why I'm doing this all to show you how to start to shift away from the matrix. It's time to be prepared physically, mentally, and spiritually to start over. Starting over. It's not easy. It's a tough pill to swallow at first. But when you start to expand your consciousness, you know that it's happening for your highest purpose. And you need to be prepared. Be prepared. Right? I just shared a video with you how I always try to be prepared so I could present something every single day. And I have things that are prepared for emergencies, right? You should always be prepared. You know, always hope for the best, but also be prepared for mishaps. And right now, we're having, say, a mishap. So we need to be prepared. We need to be prepared to take care of our families and to pick up our brothers and sisters right now. We're all in this together. So I know it's hard, but we need to be prepared to start over. And when the fear leaves you, Satan has no control. That's how they keep their control, through fear. But when you are in tune with the vibrations of love and authenticity, they ain't got shift on you. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people. And please share with one other person, because if we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. There's a lot of people out here today enjoying nature, taking it in. They're all with their families. That's what life is supposed to be about. It's not about working for the matrix. It's about being with your family. It's about being with your loved ones. So unlearn and relearn. It's time to let go, and you better believe it. It's time to be prepared physically, mentally, and spiritually to start over. Remember, we cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious that it's time to be ready to start over. Make moves now, light warriors. Use this to raise your vibration and increase your electromagnetism. Life is so much better when we are all together. If you find this message inspiring or know someone that can benefit from it, please share this message. Dear ones, I am Michael. Find us in the 5th dimension. Have a wonderful day living your everyday life. We're out here not to say the popular things, but to say the authentic things. There are only certain ways that are guaranteed. Start to rethink the reality. It's free will. And if you're new to this and you've just stumbled across this message, why don't you visit the channel page? Over 500 videos to help improve your life. This ain't my first rodeo, kid. I came prepared. I came prepared, and now it's time. It's time to be ready to start over. Now it's time to be ready for the victory of the light. Disconnect from the Archon reality. Turn off the frequencies. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And they kept their control through mind control, frequencies. Disconnect. Reconnect to nature. Be out in the light of Christ. Consciousness is embedded in language. Disconnect today. Get out of nature. It's time. It's time. It's time to start over. Change your job. Change your location. What do you want to do with the rest of your life? Ask yourself the question now. In the light of Christ. Ask yourself now, what do you want to do with the rest of your life? Because these waves are coming in and they cannot be stopped. Nothing will stop this. Nothing. There it goes. I work with the universe, light warriors. Victory of the light.